Black excellence unleashed, thriving beyond geographical boundaries. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm thrilled to share insights from my recent conversation with Sophia Carpenter, a visionary leader who is challenging our perceptions about where and how Black professionals can thrive. Sophia's groundbreaking work documenting success stories across unexpected landscapes has been nothing short of revolutionary. Through her research institute focused on Black professional mobility, she has created ripples of change throughout communities where representation has historically been limited. Her dedication to amplifying voices from overlooked regions has transformed how we understand success for Black professionals globally. When we think about successful Black professionals, our minds often gravitate toward major metropolitan hubs: New York, London, Atlanta, Toronto, places where diversity seems built into the fabric of daily life. But what about everywhere else? What about the countless smaller cities, suburban areas, and regions where Black faces are few and far between? Is the success possible there too? This is the provocative question at the heart of my conversation with Sophia Carpenter. Her research and advocacy work have revealed something both surprising and profoundly hopeful. Despite very real barriers Black professionals face across the US, UK, and Canada, success isn't just possible in unexpected places, it's already happening. Many believe leaving cities with limited diversity is the only path to professional growth for Black individuals. The conventional wisdom suggests we must migrate to where our people are concentrated to find opportunity. But Sophia's work challenges this assumption at its core. Let's consider what this means. For generations, we've witnessed what some call the Black brain drain: talented individuals feeling compelled to leave their hometowns in search of environments where they believe they can truly flourish. This migration pattern has deep historical roots, but it also carries significant costs to families, to communities, and to the individuals themselves. What if this narrative isn't the complete picture? What if success for Black professionals exists everywhere, even in spaces where we're underrepresented? This is the first key insight from my conversation with Sophia. Take the story of Maya Williams. After building a promising career in Los Angeles, Maya made the difficult decision to return to her hometown of Pittsburgh, a city not particularly known for its diversity or opportunities for Black professionals. She faced a challenging transition. The networks she had carefully cultivated in LA didn't extend to Pittsburgh. The representation she had grown accustomed to seeing in her workplace was suddenly absent. She experienced that familiar feeling of isolation that comes with being the only one in the room. But Maya's story doesn't end with struggle. Instead of retreating or immediately planning her exit strategy, she began reconnecting with family and community. She actively sought out local networks supporting Black excellence groups that were smaller than those in LA, certainly, but no less committed to mutual support and advancement. Perhaps most importantly, she reframed her narrative around what success could look like in her hometown. The result? Maya found new opportunities by leveraging her unique experience. She became part of a growing movement showing that thriving as a Black professional is possible even outside major hubs. Her journey challenges our assumptions about where Black success happens and inspires others considering similar moves. This brings me to the second key insight from my conversation with Sophia Carpenter. Barriers like unconscious bias do exist, but they're not insurmountable. Every challenge you overcome shapes you into a leader capable of creating generational impact. We cannot and should not minimize the very real obstacles Black professionals face. Unconscious bias manifests in countless ways, from being overlooked for promotions to having contributions minimized during team meetings. These experiences are exhausting, demoralizing, and unjust. But they are not the end of our story. Consider the experiences shared by tech professionals on platforms like Instagram Reels. These day to day realities reveal professionals navigating workplace bias while striving for advancement. Many began by sharing their stories anonymously before finding strength through solidarity, eventually becoming vocal advocates both within their organizations and in external forums. Some report increased visibility leading directly to new roles and responsibilities after speaking up. Others note greater confidence advocating for themselves and their ideas, thanks largely to supportive peer communities developed online and offline. Their courage has ripple effects throughout the tech sector, inspiring broader movements demanding accountability and equity. What's particularly striking about these stories is how they demonstrate the power of voice. By naming experiences of bias, by refusing to pretend these challenges don't exist, these professionals are not only validating their own reality, but creating space for institutional change. They are transforming personal obstacles into collective progress. This leads naturally to the third key insight from my conversation with Sophia. Community matters. Seeking out networks of support among other Black professionals and entrepreneurs provides the mentorship, opportunity, sharing, and encouragement essential for long term growth. The 2025 cohort, highlighted by UK Black Business Week, offers a powerful example. These top performing Black entrepreneurs are overcoming systemic barriers across various industries. They face significant challenges navigating access to capital issues, scaling businesses amid persistent industry biases against minority founders. Yet they're achieving remarkable success. How? By building strong peer networks through business accelerators and events aimed at supporting underrepresented founders, by leveraging media exposure via platforms spotlighting their work. Many started their ventures after recognizing gaps left unaddressed by mainstream companies and committed themselves fully despite lacking traditional safety nets. Their inclusion on national top 25 inches list signals both individual achievement and collective progress toward equity in entrepreneurship recognition and visibility. More importantly, they inspire current and future generations while providing concrete models for how resilience plus strategic networking drive results. What's particularly striking about this cohort is how they've redefined success on their own terms. Rather than simply adapting to existing systems, they're creating new ones. Rather than waiting for invitation to exclusive tables, they're building their own. This isn't just about individual achievement, it's about structural transformation. As Sophia Carpenter emphasized in our conversation, this work of redefining success requires both personal courage and collective action. It demands that we question assumptions about where and how Black professionals can thrive. It challenges us to see possibility where others might see limitation. I'm reminded of the words of Audre Lorde, who said, "When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid." The stories Sophia has collected embody this principle. They show us what becomes possible when fear takes a backseat to purpose. The journey isn't easy, of course. For every success story, there are countless moments of doubt, frustration, and exhaustion. There are times when the barriers seem insurmountable, when the biases feel too deeply entrenched to overcome. But as Sophia's research reveals, persistence in these moments often leads to breakthrough. Consider again Maya's experience in Pittsburgh. There were days when she questioned her decision to return home when the lack of representation in her workplace left her feeling isolated and unseen. But by staying committed to both her professional goals and her community connections, she discovered new pathways to impact. She found that her unique perspective, shaped by experiences in both diverse and homogeneous environments, gave her insights others lacked. Or think about the tech professionals sharing their experiences online. Many began tentatively, unsure if speaking up would help or harm their careers. But as they found community with others facing similar challenges, their individual voices became part of a powerful chorus demanding change. What started as personal testimony evolved into collective advocacy. The UK Black Business Week cohort demonstrates similar resilience. Many of these entrepreneurs faced rejection from traditional funding sources, skepticism about their business models, and subtle or not so subtle questioning of their capabilities. Yet they persisted, finding alternative paths to capital, building customer bases that recognize the value of their offerings, and creating success in their own terms. These stories share a common thread. They all involve individuals who refuse to accept artificial limitations on where and how they could succeed. They all feature people who recognize that while barriers are real, they aren't destiny. They all showcase the power of community to transform individual struggle into collective advancement. As we conclude, I want to leave you with this. We stand at a pivotal moment. The narratives we've been told about where Black excellence can thrive are being shattered daily by those brave enough to forge new paths. Every time a Black professional chooses to stay and transform a space rather than leave it, they create possibility for those who come after them. I challenge you today, whether you're a Black professional navigating these complex landscapes or an ally committed to creating more inclusive environments, to reject the limitations others might place on your vision. Ask yourself, what would I do if I truly believed I could succeed right where I am? What voices am I not hearing because they don't fit my preconceptions about where excellence emerges? Then take one bold action. Share your story. Reach out to someone whose journey inspires you. Create or join a community that supports Black excellence in unexpected places. Because when we do this, when we expand our vision of what's possible and where it's possible, we don't just change individual trajectories, we transform entire communities. We reshape institutions, we redefine success itself. The future of Black excellence isn't limited by geography, it's limited only by our imagination and our courage. Let's be bold enough to imagine more and brave enough to build it together. Thank you.